Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Noel Zone. And this is the Tardis Zone, and we're here for Classic Who. Yes, we are here to watch the Time Warrior. That is the story that was picked by PD and Queen Charlotte, and they should be joining me really soon. We've got another guest coming on as well. I've invited someone else on as well, so I'm just saying if they come on, I've sent an email anyway, just in case, but the invite is there. So yeah, we're going to be very, very busy. We have had some technical issues before I came on. I couldn't pair. Oh well, I thought it was already paired. Uh, the other earphones to the computer here, the one that we use for the streams. But unfortunately, before we came on, I had technical difficulties, so I'm just using the mic on here. So if the sound of me sounds a little bit bad, I do apologize for that. There's nothing I can do about it. It's the only way I can get this stream to work for now. I have sent out all emails anyway. We've got JWC reviews in the chat. Now, a lot of people said they were delighted that I was bringing this back, so I expect to see people in the chat now and engaging because, people were asking me to do this, and I hesitated and I relented because I wasn't ready to do it anyway. And now I've decided that, why should I let everything else go on around me? The enjoyment of Classic Who. So I do expect to see people in the chat engaging like the old days. I will obviously be doing this myself every Sunday. I'm not going to say that there's going to be guests because I don't know if people have decided that they'd like to do this every Sunday. But I will be here every Sunday. Remember, it's bonfire night. Lots of people. Oh, yeah, tonight is obviously, valid excuse. That's why I said we'll continue this now and we'll bring back Classic Who because everybody seems to. No email. Oh, I already said. Oh, well, I'll try send the email again. Charlotte, have you checked the spam? I sent you and PD actually, I sent them early today. I think I sent them at around the half four mark. I actually sent them real early. Um, John got his, so I'll send them again. It might be just check the spam. You know the way sometimes goes into your spam. So I'll send it again, and just in case PD didn't get his, I'll send his again. But just bear with me now because obviously I'm doing it while the camera is well, I haven't got the camera on yet, but I have it set up, so everything's a bit slow. But it says the email is sent there, so yeah, just check it there. If not, I will throw it in the chat real quickly, but I'll have to remove it because we'll get some scumbags as we always do. Right, and I've sent it to PD as well. I've got me Doctor Who all set up, ready to go as well. I'm pretty sure Real Super Doctor has, but he's already told me with a campaign on for night that he might have some issues with his internet. So there you go. He's actually brought it up there. Could be the fireworks. So there you go. She's coming on now. I've sent the email. Let me know if you've got it. If not, I will put it in the chat. So we're watching the Time Warrior. So it's season 11, episode 1. So if you're interested, season 11, episode 1, I will be on camera, obviously, along with whoever else is going to be on camera with us tonight. But what you call it? Without further ado, I'll put on my camera. Yeah, I think we'll all put on our cameras when we start. So just having a cup of coffee and have a dirty smoke and have it, as you know. So what you call it? That's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, get everything ready. I'll give you time to get our DVD ready anyway, guys. I better just send a quick message to PD and just make sure he's all right. I did text him, I think, earlier today or yesterday. It was 7 o'clock, and he said it was fine. But I just want to make sure that he knows I've sent an email. He's probably getting set up anyway, as he does. But just to be on the same side, you know. There you go. Oh yeah, I've just been told by the missus before we came on. Obviously, we don't talk about it on the channel because I'm not that fucking stupid. But apparently, if you talk about the conflict over in over there, apparently you'll get demonetized. But it's all to talk about Ukraine and Russia, just making the point, like, you know what I mean. But it's absolutely ridiculous. The way things are going, absolutely. So anyway, we can't talk about, you know what, because, you know, YouTube's a bunch of dictators. But there you go. What can you do? What can you do? Anyway, I'm not that stupid to talk about it on YouTube, because I read the monthly things, you know, or the that they do, because it's important that you do, you know, so you don't get caught out. Right, we've lost Real Super Doctor, but he will come back. I've sent PD a message. So without further ado, I'll bring on the guests, and then hopefully Real Super Doctor comes back, and then we can get started, see what happens, see what the story is with PD. It is bonfire, and maybe he forgot that he's probably doing something. I don't know, but he did say he was on about half an hour ago, so I'll just let him know. Anyway, without further ado, because he's been waiting in the studio for a while, because when I was getting everything ready, the camera and all that, I saw he was in the studio. So let's bring him on. He does the movie zone with me, but he was sick for the last one, but he is here for Classic Who. It's the one and only Real Super Doctor.
Hello, Noel. How you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. And I know you're having issues with your internet, so as I said, if you do cut out, just let me know in the private timestamp, and I'll give you a timestamp and all of that. Next, without further ado, it's the one and only Queen Charlotte.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Oh, and I do like my background. See my background? Woo! Lightning and all in the background.
It's very nice.
Yeah, so I've kind of like jazzed up the logo a bit in the background, if you've noticed. But there you go. Yeah. So we're just waiting on PD Rich, I think. So yeah, we'll give him a few more minutes. I did say 7 o'clock, and he said it was all right. It was 2 days ago, not the other day. So we'll just give him another 5 minutes. If he's not here in 5 minutes, we'll start, and I'm pretty sure when he comes in, we'll give him a timestamp anyway. So there'll be no problem there. But guys, just so we know you are all ready anyway, so I don't have to ask you in a few minutes. If you're ready to go, you got your DVD, whatever you're watching it on, whatever platform. If you're ready, just let me know by pressing 1 in the chat, as we always do here. And as I said, not putting pressure on anybody here that's a guest with me tonight, but I will be doing this every Sunday now. So if you are up for it, you are more than welcome. You can let me know behind the scenes. You don't have to answer it right now. If you are too busy, that's fine. It's all good, because I know people are doing different stuff. So let me know if it is something you are interested in. But I will keep this up, because I am actually looking forward to this story, believe it or not. So we'll see if I enjoy it tonight. And if I do, then we're getting somewhere. But yeah, should be fun. Should be fun.
Yeah, and now with iPlayer, it's so much easier, isn't it, folks?
Yeah. Right. So the guest that I was hoping to bring on is busy. So yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was worth a punt, as they say. But there you go. All right. So yeah, just let me know by pressing 1. We've already got there, I think, lined up on iPlayer. Loads easier. Yeah, iPlayer. If you've got your iPlayer wherever you're watching on, there's also BritBox as well. I think does Classic Who. I don't know if it's still on there now with it being put on I. See again, this BritBox thing didn't make any sense to me. If you're going to end up putting all the Classic Who on iPlayer, what's the point in BritBox? Do you know what I mean? It's okay. It's
to be
handy to have
honest,
all the box sets in one, like kind of app, but it just seems stupid that it's, why would you pay for BritBox if you can get iPlayer and watch? You know what I mean? I just don't get it.
But I don't think the BBC had any intention until very, very recently to do this.
Oh, they've no choice. They need to make money. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. The Chibnall era, right? It's a fact. The Chibnall era crippled this show financially. It crippled everything. So they have to make money. So I mean, they even recently announced the classic episode getting colorized, and it's been shaved down to a 70-minute or whatever it is. And I'm like, nah, you're grand. I'll stick with the original, thanks. But I can understand why they're doing it. And it's great that they are showing it. But it's being shown on BBC 4, folks. I thought, BBC 1 or BBC 2 at least would have took a punt on these classic episodes. But it's happening on BBC 4. And if I'm correct in saying, by the way, Creed Charlotte, because you're from the UK, if I'm correct in saying, isn't BBC 4 supposed to be on the way out now because there wasn't many people watching it or something, and that's why they were bringing back BBC 3.
I don't know. I don't know if that was ever an official thing, and it was just, I don't know if it was speculation or the BBC actually said it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, look at screw it. We'll see what happens. As I said, I'll wait until a few people come back to me on it, but I'm still not. Look, I just gotta tell you now, I'm not going to review New Who on this channel until I see proper changes.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. The show needs to go back to its origins. The show needs to go back to being a sci-fi show with thrills, fun, scares, all of that. I'm sick of all the pandering and all the nonsense that goes with it. So if he stops that and he writes genuine stories with genuine characters that are built from scratch and are characters we can get behind, no matter who they fucking are, or skin color or whatever, right? And if he does it properly, then he's won a fan back, right? But I'm gonna say this, as I've always said. He's got a harder job than 2005 to convince me that he could do right by this show. The last time I believed it, this time I don't. And I don't believe that anything that comes out of his mouth, to be quite honest with you right now at the moment. Now, if he changes my opinion on that, I will change the opinions then. But until then, I just don't trust him. I don't trust him. I know he's up to something, and I don't like it. Something tells me that this is not going to end the way people think it's going to end. And by the way, didn't I tell you all? I just want to make one last point on this, because obviously I used to do the rumors.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I used to put out some information. Well, yes, as I predicted and as I said on this channel, that it was like Shooty would be a fresh start. It'd be like season 1, blah blah blah, and that's literally being confirmed, or almost confirmed, that that's exactly what's going to happen. This RTD era is another soft reboot. It's one way of them getting around the whole timeless child thing without actually even addressing it. And some fans are actually disappointed that he's just doing a reboot and he's not actually retconning the thing. I don't know what you want though. I mean, he was never going to retcon it. I said that. Right? He's never going to retcon it. This is the next best thing. And the only way he can get around it is by rebuilding the show. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to reboot the show. So, but I just don't trust him right now. But as I said, he has plenty of time to convince me otherwise. I will listen to the people that I've asked to tell me if this is actually decent or good Doctor Who, and they're people that I trust. And once they give me their opinion on it, then I will make up my mind on it. Because I'm not going into this without knowing stuff. I'm not going in blind this time, like I did with the Whittaker era. No way. Right? I was willing to give that man chance after chance after chance after chance. RTD has one chance with me, and that's it. And if he fails to deliver, I'm done with New Who. New Who is not for me anymore. I will concentrate on other shows that bring me joy and happiness. It's as simple as that. And I think that's the way it should be. You know, sometimes you do grow out with these things. Sometimes you do have to move on. It's sad. I never thought I'd have to do it with Doctor Who, you know. But as I said, there's still plenty of time for RTD to convince me that he's the right man and he can do right by this show again. And if he does that, then that's fair enough. I'm in there. Right, but he has to prove it. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, right. PD is here as well, so let's bring him on. He says I'm a little. I bet you it says on PD Rich. I'm a little bit late. I bet you it says right. I'm gonna guess right because he has the words in brackets right. So is it PD Rich? I'm a little bit late.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear anything at the moment.
Oh, no. Yeah, it is. I'm a little bit late. Insert Kathleen Kennedy joke there. Here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Kathleen Kennedy has been really getting it on all fronts, but we're not here for that. But I have to say, that's been a laugh. And when Friday Night Contact comes back, that's what we're going to be concentrating on, actually. It's going to be a Disney Kathleen Kennedy special because we're going to have a laugh. Because South Park have done what South Park has been doing for years. Absolutely brilliant, calling them all out. And
my sound gone completely dead.
Yeah,
can you not hear us at all, PD? I don't think PD can hear us.
No way.
Oh.
Right, we'll give him a minute. Because remember, fireworks do mess up. Hold on, I think he's left a private chat. Right, let me see. Sync issues here. A few sound issues at the moment. And John is saying he's having a few sync issues. I know, it always happens when we get together, but there's nothing. We'll just have to hopefully just get on with it, and hopefully then as we stream, everybody is able to sort out their issues. But I am just going to refresh this now so I don't get any pause action going on while I'm watching this. So I'm ready to go. I think
right,
everybody.
PD, I'll say in the private chat when we're about to play, so you know.
Yeah, what we'll do. Yeah, that's a good idea, Queen Charlotte. So, right,
and
hold on.
Gone.
John, do you want to refresh yourself and come back? Oh, there you go. Right, myself and Queen Charlotte seem to be the only ones that are stable right now. The other two have gone insane with their internet connection. But in fairness, I have to say, me chat here, I'm actually gone glitchy here as well. It could be StreamYard.
It could be StreamYard.
But here's PD again. I'm just waiting for my computer to get back in. Right, so here's hopefully PD is good this time.
Hello, sorry about that. Bloody StreamYards is playing up, isn't it? Everything's playing up tonight.
Right, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I don't know what's going to happen with the DVD playing.
Grant. Right, so we got PD back. We're just waiting on Real Super Doctor now, and then we're getting this started straight away before there's any more issues. We'll do the countdown then. Do you have issues after the fact? We'll give them timestamps and they'll be good.
Boot it back up again, yeah. Just let me boot it back up. I hope my sound doesn't kick out this time.
Holton, we're better than a certain news channel. Don't be harsh.
This is Great Britain. Oh, don't even go there with the GB news. Crap. Anyway, here's.
Well, I want nothing to do with them now. After you know what.
There you go. So, Super Doctor, are you back?
Yeah.
Right, are we going to
Yeah,
go?
okay.
Everyone seems fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Queen Charlotte, before everybody else starts glitching, do the countdown and then let the guys know in the private chat when to press play, and we'll get rolling on this.
Yeah, I'll just get private chat ready. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, even if these are a couple of seconds behind, it's fine. I do like this music.
I prefer the
Right.
standing up
Hold on. I did
version
promise
with
the
him.
camera. That's the whole point. So,
Yeah.
myself and Queen Charlotte will be visible. T is the other two, obviously down the have no. Oh no! Oh, there we go.
No,
No.
your black screen, mate.
Oh, I froze it in time. Woo, I'm frozen in time. Second, just a few adjustments need to be made. Right, am I watching the one with the new effects?
Oh, I don't know what. I'm watching iPlayer, so I don't have a clue which one this is. Doesn't look like new effects. I watched it earlier today as well.
Here we go. Hopefully, camera.
God, that has to be a wig she's wearing. Like that is proper, like fancy dress hair. She has. I just watching this, I get such like a Robin Hood, old school, classic movie vibe with the hairdos and the costumes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But they are lovely. I do love the costumes. They are very well done. They're probably old BBC ones they found in the back of the cupboard, like.
Yeah. The quote. Yeah. Costumes are quite impressive for the budget they have.
Oh yeah.
And all of this was all the studio and but the background that it's just filmed in a studio and it's just painted walls and everything like that, and it's done very impressively.
But like the forest stuff, that's location, right? That has to be location.
Oh. Anyone got a timestamp? I'm just a bit out.
It's just coming up to 3 minutes now, PD.
Okay.
2 minutes and 48 seconds.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
we
here's
might
this
go
little
a
time
little bit
machine.
out of sync.
There we go.
But
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Even if it does a minute in the difference, it doesn't matter. We'll wait. You know what I mean? And then do the next episode straight.
That's
No worries.
fine.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that. I had something called Waspy set on my DVD Blu-ray player.
It's all
What it
good,
does
man.
is
It's all good.
cut out any sound. It cuts out any sound from like anything internet and anything. Gives you dedicated sound. It's really good if you're just watching the Blu-ray or DVD, but it's terrible if you're doing it with a live stream. And it kept re-engaging it.
Anybody else think what Links is that? How you say his name?
Links, yes, links.
It looks like he's got a pool cue to
Yeah.
me.
That's
the old Suntaran gun, that is.
I know, just to me, it just looks like
Yeah.
like he's going to just play a bit of pool in a minute.
we're all having technical difficulties. The camera is not working.
Ooh, and I forgot to put subtitles on for myself. There we go.
Everyone's got problems tonight.
I've been all right. I'm the good one so far.
We haven't done this so long. Oh, this stick is cool. I love this. Is this the stick that I think it is?
Yeah.
I love this.
And the flags.
Yeah, I love that bit. That is so clever. I think when I first saw it, especially in Pertwee's era. Insanely clever.
Actually, there seems to be, 11 people are watching like back in the old days, 12 people now, like back in the old days when we used to do Doctor Who. This is mad. Like, as soon as I announced the lots of people went into I said they weren't delighted or brought it back, but that's what I'm saying. I know it's bonfire night tonight, but like I'll go forward and do these every Sunday, so I want to see people in supporting them. Like, there's no point me doing the people saying bring it back and then not supporting me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be nice for you to do it. Obviously, these are busy and stuff like that. I understand that, but
yeah. Any other TV license can access this all on iPlayer now, so there's not really much of an excuse.
It's just easier.
It's just I want to watch the one with the updated special effects, don't I?
Yeah, I'm watching the one with the update special effects, I think.
Yeah.
Just give me a few minutes with this camera. I'm just waiting for it to settle because I messed around with it, so I'm hoping it might fix itself.
God, he's like, oh, he's such an idiot, isn't he? The captain.
Oh yeah.
Like, in a weird, lovable way, almost. He's just like an absolute clueless.
Yeah.
Like typical, I'm a man, I'm going to hit you with a sword type.
Yeah. I'm an emasculate man.
Exactly.
I'm very manly.
Now back to the loveliness of beige and unit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How's Benton gonna get shouted at today?
No, it's sort of a very light unit outing this story, isn't it?
I've missed you, Doctor.
I tell you what, Nicholas Courtney doesn't age ever in classic.
No.
Like, this is near the end of Pertwee's run, and he looks exactly the same as he did at the beginning.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we got the newer credits, don't we? The new intro sequence, which was.
They were fit back in the day, though. I mean, they were filming, but there was also like they were doing a lot of running around back in the day as well. And they kept fit the lads did. I mean, there's pictures of John Pertwee and all muscled up and stuff. Well, you know what I mean, 70s muscles. But I mean, they did look after themselves. They partied hard as well and played hard, though. That's the thing. Oh, there goes my earphone. Didn't go copy this time. Right, let's see if I can get this camera working. Right, fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed that this works now.
I've had these toilets put on every floor. So if you need to go for a dump, you can just go for a dump.
And now you're starting to see, like, this pair is not going to end up well as working comrades.
I like how this is done. They don't reveal the Sontaran. They keep them in the costume for as long as they possibly can.
Yeah.
Classic Who did that a lot, didn't they? They were very slow. They wanted a proper reveal of a monster.
Yeah. It's like the Daleks, the very first episode of Daleks, you only saw a plunger.
Mm.
I beg your pardon. I see.
I love this line in a minute. Where is it? There's always silver lining. Yeah, I haven't seen my kids. That's all right.
I know how you feel. Steady, mate.
And here she is.
I could just see the doctor. Sorry, I could
Ah,
just see
there
it.
she is.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane. Aww.
Very, very young Sarah
Dr.
Jane as well.
Johns.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Sarah Jane and Liz Sladen.
Yeah.
I did
Should
love
have-
her back in New Who. I mean, that episode, School Reunion, I know it gets
Yeah.
a little bit of stick, but I
She's
love
probably
that
the best
story.
companion of
Like,
that
yeah, I
era.
love it.
Yeah.
I love just though,
Yeah.
like as soon as he meets her, he realizes she's lying. Like he's very quick to be like, "Yeah, you're a bit dodgy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She's a lovely looking woman.
See, I actually like this scene, the first scene of the encounter with Sarah Jane, rather than the first encounter with Joe Grant.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah is such a different character, isn't she?
He's completely testing her.
Oh,
Yeah,
John,
I
what are
didn't
you
like the
doing
way
here,
he
John?
dismissed Joe Grant, but he does make up for it and apologise to her. Like he actually does. So I mean, you know,
It's not a blackboard, you know.
See, I would say though, like,
Yeah.
because Sarah's so much more in your face,
Yeah.
in sort of bullshit sort of, I'm going to say my mind. He's almost, I think, at first a bit taken back by that.
June Brown before she went wrinkly. I only ask one thing, good sir. Have you got a fag?
Yeah.
One must pop to the laundrette, one must.
Yeah.
yeah, cheeky smile.
Oh,
Don't forget to
timestamp.
like the stream, by the way, guys, and thanks everybody who liked the stream beforehand. This was like this hasn't happened in a long, long time. Like the amount of people like it, I was like, what the hell's going on here? Everybody has classic Who fever or something.
Yeah, we all do.
Chris, we are now on 207. Sorry, 1207. I can't read. The Squire's just got captured.
The message says, always drink your Ovaltine. Even though I don't know what Ovaltine is. Is that my fag? No.
So let me know in the chat how I should go about picking a doctor on the next story. Do you want a poll on the next doctor is, and I'll put the poll up right now. And then when we pick the doctor, then I suppose we'll end the poll after, say, the third episode, and then by the fourth episode, then we'll all agree on a story from the winning doctor.
Well, do you want Super Doctor to pick the next one? Because me and PD picked this one.
Who?
Super Doctor to be like the
Dot
picking
Cotton.
after the vote.
So one.
Well, I guess Super Doctor. Oh, yeah, Super Doctor. Well, yeah, because Queen
Jim
Charlotte
Brown,
and PD
Doc
picked the
Cotton.
last
Yeah.
one. So if you
I
want to
know.
pick the doctor, maybe the doctor, and yeah, actually, we let you pick the story as well. And then the week after, then we let everybody then decide amongst themselves, which is going to be funny to look at. I'm trying to figure out who. So if you want to think on that, John, think of a doctor and maybe a
Right.
story, and let us know by the third episode what you've chosen.
Yeah. So who's picking?
You.
Me? All right.
You,
I'll
you're
give it.
picking.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you're picking, John.
Yeah, I'll think of a doctor.
Yeah, so think about it. That was no even chat now. Don't reveal
Right.
it yet, right? And try pick a four-parter, right? Let's ease ourselves in, right?
Yeah.
Just want to say that we could do the longer stories eventually, but we might have to split them in two. But
Yeah.
Well, this is one of my favourite ones.
do a poll in the community tab. John W or JWC reviews things. We'll let John pick this one. Then next week I'll put a poll in the community tab for all you guys. I will name all the classic doctors, the winner of the poll then, and then we'll decide on a story together maybe or something.
I just love how much Lynx hates being on Earth. And he's just like, I have to deal with these stupid humans.
He's not the
We're
only
watching
one.
two parts tonight. Well, there's 4 parts to this. I think the plan is to do the 4 parts. Yeah.
Yeah, we should. That's only about 2
Yeah.
hours, and if we should be
Yeah,
finished
we'll
by
do the
9.
4 parts. So no problem doing 4 parters. When they start going 6 and 8 episodes or stuff and stuff like that, we'll split it in 2. But for the 4 parters, no.
I mean, they go on
Remember,
about.
we've got some classic specials as well, you know, so we'll do them as well again.
Yeah, they go on about Doctor Who and all that, but I think Sarah Jane Smith and Liz Shaw are very strong characters.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah, they
I
are.
love Liz Shaw.
like by the next part, when Sarah's in oldie times, she has a massive go at the captain. She just unleashes like a full torrent at him. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I think I get what the booths are. I think they're toilets because you do all your best thinking on the toilet. Ask Benton, the Brigadier asked him, how do we do this, Benton? He goes, well, I do my best thinking on the toilet, sir.
Good point, JWC. Saw that comment up because it's actually relevant. It has gone up, hasn't it?
How many times in this story does his weapon get shot at, like flown out of his hand?
Yeah.
I know, you think he'd learn his lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Sudoku.
Hey, buddy.
No, here we go. It's buzzing. It's buzzing.
Oh, I thought they were toilets.
Thank you, Sudoku. I did have a lovely birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, by the way. Ooh, that's a nice effect.
It was here a moment ago, Sarah Jane.
Hey, Sadako.
You stay here, Miss Smith.
Yeah. If I did a paratrooper, they'd have smashed up the entire staircase by now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like that soldier looks like he's not fired a gun, does he? At all before that moment.
Paratrooper is smashing the stairs. I know Cookie's on under the stairs.
So I just usually hold it. I don't shoot with it.
Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't do 5 rounds rapid.
Which part of the world is the panel from? Well, I'm from Ireland.
England.
Scotland.
So we're nearly representing the whole of the UK between us. We're not far off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone transmatting again. Can't have anyone transmatting now.
It's like how many, like, what word I'm trying to think of? Like, how many technical terms can one doctor get in like one episode so far?
Wonder if he's going to reverse the polarity or something.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, let's hope we can reverse some polarities.
Reverse the polarity of the neutron field, so Tardis will be free of the force field by now. Metabilis 3.
Is that who I think it is? For once.
Well, it makes a change, Doctor.
Oh.
Whoops.
Sarah, could you be any more clueless, love?
Oh, it was Boba Fett.
Just like, hello, can you help me? It's like fellas with swords grabbing you.
This one's got Doc Cotton and Boba Fett in it. Wow. That's why he ran off, because he wasn't wearing his helmet.
It's like, love, a bloke wouldn't do that to you if it was a joke.
No.
Holton, I'd be surprised if they didn't at some point in Doctor Who history.
Jesus, sorry, Bobby. I accidentally deleted your bleeding message. I was scrolling up and it deleted it on the chat. He says he's from New England. Jeez.
Oh, here we go. Helmet's coming off.
Oh, here we go, yeah. Here's Potato Head.
And the tongue, for some reason.
Why am I getting ads in the middle of this stream? Because the stream is monetized. That's the whole. What do you think I do, YouTube? I don't just do it to do episodes. Like I do it to get paid. It seems like YouTube are actually, monetizing me now. Like people are actually complaining about the ads. Like, which is again something new.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway. Right, well, the intro, so we'll get the second episode queued up. It'll give everybody a chance to catch up, just in case there is anybody a few minutes behind. No, we're on episode 2, not the third one. There you go. Get back up there.
There we go. I'm ready.
Right.
Ready?
Ready?
Right, now wait till everybody in the chat presses 1. Again, you have to press 1 when you are finished, guys, at the end of the episode, so we know when to go. So press 1 in the chat when you're finished each episode, so Queen Charlotte then can do the countdown and we can keep going.
Oh, where we got to come in for?
There we go. We got a few ones there coming through. PD said 2 because he has to be different.
Well, we miss the other person who likes to be different, don't we?
Yeah, I did ask him on tonight, but apparently he's got a lot of work on. So, and you know, he's been dealing with shit on Twitter. So, I suppose he hasn't been getting his work done. So, get your ass into gear so you can hear like people miss having you on. Like, you know who you are. Anyway, right, we got ones. Queen Charlotte, you know what to do.
Yep. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. I like the opening of this title sequence with the merging of the tunnel as well, and it.
Yeah.
You know,
I like the transition between the tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the blue Doctor Who logo. We like the blue Doctor Who logo.
She's a feisty one.
I'm really surprised he didn't just like hit her on the head. That made his life so much more easier.
Can't go hitting Sarah Jane on the head. She'll hit you back. It looks like a prune has been underneath the settee for too long.
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, it looks like a prune has been dropped underneath the settee.
Mr. Potato Head. Oh no.
Why didn't Links just give him a Dremel? It would have been done by now.
You could see that's an entire set because you could see that the floor is not level with the walls and that.
Yeah. They painted in the back of the fireplace.
Yeah. And it's all made of polystyrene anyway, because the polystyrene and they had kind of, I think it was like cutters, and they bent and cut it and shaped it.
Oh yes, to get
into rocks and that, and boulders and that, and
yeah.
kind of put it together. They kind of glued it together.
It looked good for the time.
Cheap.
Yeah, I know. It's also good for the time.
It's probably just to kind of save time and money because they didn't have much budget back then for.
No,
and they did their best.
Periods. Yeah, I know. They just, as I said, just say quick and easy and light, didn't they? And just knock it down afterwards.
But when you go a decade before that in the Hartnell era, everything was kind of like painted backgrounds and all that.
Yeah,
and you could actually see it was a painted background, especially for like the Reign of Terror when Ian Chesterton or Barbara Wright was locked up, and the prisons and all that. It was all kind of painted.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the Reign of Terror yet.
Yeah,
I'll actually go watch
it's not a bad serial.
Yeah.
Tardis spoilers
like, right, I've had enough. You could have shut up and listened to me.
Yes, there are. Just not to say. Someone's put some reverb in.
Yeah.
Nice thing about the polystyrene as well, it absorbs sound.
Yeah.
So technically soundproof the stage as well, so it's actually a good idea.
And even the helmet where Lynx was pulling it off, you could hear the sliding polystyrene. It's all made of polystyrene, that helmet.
Oh yeah.
As well.
It doesn't look it at all, does it?
No, it doesn't. They managed to kind of paint it with a kind of chrome-like finish and kind of.
Yeah, it's got a sheen to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Light Dakota Grey, it looks like on my screen. Yeah. I mean, if you can get the really heavily compressed polystyrene, they're using like crash helmets and stuff. It's easy.
And the actor had a problem with because he had this huge latex, and it was a thick latex mask on.
Yeah.
If I could remember when I read some the articles in Doctor Who magazine back in the day, that was it. His name is Lindsay, was it?
I think so.
And he had this. It was a very thick latex mask, rather than you know what you can get in the modern ones with the Tom Baker ones and that.
Yeah.
It was thick latex, and he was sweating inside it and that.
Oh, it must have been like a bloody sauna inside that helmet.
Yeah. He nearly had a heart attack because of the stress of wearing that helmet and then having that on top as well. And
Kevin
and
Lindsay, my friend.
The suit
Kevin
as
Lindsay.
well.
Yeah,
Kevin Lindsay. Yeah.
God, was he wearing that? Actually, wearing the latex mask underneath the helmet?
Yeah.
The whole time. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's what they had to do. For the reveal as well, they had to kind of lift that polystyrene helmet off him as well.
That's where you can tell, like, progressively after the first episode, he doesn't wear it as much.
Yeah.
Probably to give relief to the poor actor.
Yeah.
God, I wouldn't put him in the mask underneath it if it's not needed, you know? Just film it scene by scene, then put him in it.
And it's also with other monsters as well, especially with the Cybermen, because they had to have these kind of fiberglass kind of helmets and that, and they had to be kind of because of the fumes of the fiberglass, because the sweat, the condensation building up, you know, it's
stinking. Must have stunk. Yeah, must stick like bonding plastic. The bonding glue and stuff, even fiberglass, the resin. Oh God.
Yeah, the smells.
Glass reinforced plastic. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the modern day Cybermen are made by, but I would expect they were kind of more plastic.
I know someone who had a Cyberman helmet. I don't know if he still got it.
He's just like a child, isn't he? He's got a new present, and he's like, "Yay, it's mine!"
I'd be like, "That's a bit crap. Couldn't do anything else." Actually, that rock work looks really good there.
Yeah.
I mean, polystyrene is great if you can get the right polystyrene. If you can't, it's terrible. Hey, he looks a bit like you, Boba Fett. I mean, I like Jeremy Bullock. The only reason he got the job as Boba Fett is because he could fit in the costume. Tried like 2 or 3 people that didn't fit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he got the job.
Easily defeated.
Yeah, your arrow's not doing much, mate.
No.
Try the rocket on your. Oh, yeah. Why don't you try the flamethrower on it? Oh, yes. See, the doctor had to do it because he's not a very good bounty hunter.
Yeah.
It's all a lie.
And now it's coming after you.
Tin tadpole.
There's some very witty dialogue in this story.
Oh, it's a Bob Holmes, that's why. Ah, you look like a prune. It's been under the couch too long.
And he calls him ugly back.
Yeah.
I don't like in New Who where they made the Sontaran stupid, completely stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, they made
and
him
just
too
took the
jokey.
pure. Yeah, they did. They took the pure P out of them, and I didn't think that was quite appropriate because I mean you've got to have a monster that is scary and convincing and like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't just laugh at it and that. And,
Yeah. They made him too
It's just-
pretentious, I think. Yeah.
yeah, the Paternoster gang.
Yeah. Oh, he was funny, but the Sontarans
Yeah.
themselves were too pretentious. They were top their own backsides.
But they just weren't nasty enough. That was
Yeah.
the problem, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
classic Sultarans are cutthroat and nasty and
Yeah.
like will do anything. Whereas New Who sort of took the idea of a warrior race and, like you said, dumbed it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the voices, they sounded like Paladin from Glenn Michael's cartoon Cavalcade.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. It was the guy from One Foot in the Grave and Dan Starkey, wasn't it?
Sontaran Stratagem.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dan Starkey, yeah, he did a load of the stuff in New Who.
Yeah. No, you're just blind. You just couldn't see me.
What I love about this script is there's little things sort of put there, and then later on there's the payoff.
Yeah.
In so many, like with the Bowman, with him being blind, the professor, with him sort of being hidden here, with the Sarah Jane misunderstanding we get next episode, like everything's set up and has a payoff.
Yeah. Good old-fashioned writing 101, really. Chekhov's gun at its best.
Yeah, this is where it gets a bit interesting and start to question the Doctor's origins.
Yeah.
In a way, it doesn't reveal absolutely everything, not like the timeless garbage.
Yeah.
But it's just a name drop off the planet, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
the only real
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
information we get. And in the grand scheme of things, that it's nice, but it's not a major real backstory thing.
Yeah.
And
Jerry-
fireworks are going
yeah.
off around me.
Yeah, you got them as well, yeah. Yeah, he was also at the Space Museum, Jerry Bullock. Played Tor. So he's been in it twice. Something about a laundrette, but I don't know. Sarah Jane, you've got to put on a South London accent.
I just love the fact that Sarah utterly doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
And she actually thinks bad of him at this point. And it's a proper, throughout the 4 parts, you see her warm to him gradually.
Yeah, she thinks it's him. He's responsible. And then she sets up to try kidnap him. Like,
Yeah.
I prefer this old design, this design here, the Santarans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the Centaurans too weak. I mean, I like Strax, he's funny, but, you know,
Yeah.
they made them in the Centauran strategy and all that look really weak. Poison Sky and the Centauran strategy, they just look too weak.
And then, like, the design was better in Whittaker's run, but the writing, like, the stupidness got even worse.
They're obsessed with chocolate, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that was... When you've got to that stage with an alien, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. They look so much better. They look like proper Centaurans again.
That's what I mean. That was what annoying, wasn't it?
Yeah. They're supposed to be about 6 foot tall. They made them like 4.5 foot in the RTD's run.
Yeah, that was the problem with Chibnall. I mean, he had good designs, except the Dalek. He had good Cyberman design and a good Sontaran design.
Cybermen looked brilliant under him.
Yeah, and the rest of it was absolutely rubbish.
I know. But good ideas, bad execution, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Here we go, Gallifrey.
I'm a native of the planet Taran.
Oh.
Gallifrey.
Yeah, it's where they mentioned Gallifrey.
Yep.
And I'd love the fact that you've got the Doctor who knows his race. We don't, but the Doctor knows his race. Yeah. And that he knows the Doctor's race.
Yeah. I could just say Sontaran, Gallifrey. Oh, bollocks. See you later.
Yes. Oh, I know what that means. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So this was the kind of the first kind of villain monster that alien that actually knew the Doctor's people.
Yeah. And that just adds credence to Links. That it just adds to this feel that he's a proper threat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, it's a UFO control console.
It's a bit Star Trek-y, isn't it?
No, seriously, that part, the flashy lights on it is from UFO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They sold it to them after UFO wrapped.
I guess mostly to do with the props department hiring props and that's how the BBC got these props. They didn't actually make them.
They got a lot of stuff from UFO because they were throwing it out of throwing it out of Elstree, and they got like and they were just offered it. They got a few models as well. Spaceship in Frontier in Space is like it was built for UFO.
Yeah, and it's the same with the Dalek films in the 1960s. The parts came from Shawcraft models and other places as well to hire things.
And they borrowed a couple of back for not Planet of the Daleks. What is it? Master Plan.
Yeah.
So 2 of the Daleks in Master Plan and are actually film Daleks. What was that?
And there's film Daleks in the Chase.
That's it. There's a shot in the Master Plan as well, I think, with 2 film Daleks. Very briefly.
It just looks so weird to see somebody in his costume having a rifle.
Yeah. That's the whole point.
It's proper, like, dissident, isn't it, in the best way?
Yeah.
It's been taken from a private little war of Star Trek, though. They did the same thing.
It's a well-known trope in sci-fi, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And
that's the goal point of young girl.
Shouting and that.
I'm a bit ahead of yours.
Oh, come on, Professor, get the right switch.
There goes a regeneration. Oh no, this is not Russell Davis's era.
No, PD, could this be why this could be the backstory to why we got Colin's Doctor? It was regressed trauma from this.
Yeah.
It fried a couple of bits of his brain, which we didn't notice until we got to that Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this line. You would not get away with that today.
No.
You would X would be in fits.
Some Venusian Aikido there.
Tell you what, they look so bad in this fight. They're just walking around him.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, he's just grabbing them. They're falling onto the ground and all this stuff. And
this is you can so tell. Obviously, I don't know, but it just feels like they were like, "Oh God, we want this in the script." And then on the day, they were like, "Has anybody been the coordination?" No, just do it. See how it goes.
Yeah. And there's no stunt double there as well, because in the Curse of Peladon, when the fight scenes were happening and Terry Walsh, Pertwee's kind of double, he had a kind of grey wig on. You could see it wasn't John Pertwee, and he was pulling him along and doing the Aikido and all that, and it didn't look quite good at all. It looked
like
very
that looked
contrived.
bad then, even by
Yeah.
classic standards.
Yeah. I think Tom Baker learned the hard way because he broke his collarbone in it was
Oh.
the Santarin experiment.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's actually using his mask as a
Yeah.
sling. Sorry, it's not a mask. It's
Yeah.
a scarf as a sling.
Yeah. Well, he had to kind of had his collar brace and have it all over his scarf, have his scarf all over it, and then
Yeah.
just to kind of disguise it during
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah, it didn't look good in that because it was just like, oh, it's just looked like he was in so much pain.
But that's our Tom Baker.
I know. I like Tom. He's a trooper.
Yeah. And the daft stuff he would do, like unlike John Pertwee was like more like he was like embracing the fans and all that and stuff, and Tom Baker would be like signing autographs among the fans and that, handing them jelly babies and all that.
Yeah. So he broke his collarbone. He got bitten in the face by a dog. What else happened to Tom?
I know, a demented dog called George.
Yeah.
And he was like making he was teasing the dog, and he was supposed to have been clicking it, like a popping clicking with his finger, and the dog was like from Battersea Homes.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a kind of demented dog and that, and it just went for him and bit off his lip.
Tardis, we're going to do episode 3 next, so you're not behind.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the George. Yeah, George had this little trick where he put a treat in his mouth and then jumps up, and Tom tried it and it went bit half his slip off. Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
I'm having problems with this.
What are you using the iPlayer?
In the chat, if you guys want to do ones.
Got you.
It's on the DVD, you said.
He's already, guys. We've still got 2 episodes to go, so.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, Queen Charlotte, go ahead.
Yep, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
I love this intro. I still love this intro.
Yeah, well, it's better than the new theme tune anyway.
Yeah.
Jeez, I think that got changed. It's awful.
It is absolutely awful. The new theme tune.
I'm sorry. I said bring Murray Gall back. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Changed my mind. He needs to go already. Like it's.
Yeah, it's like it's a matter of Smith injection.
It's like as if they try. It's like it's an American version. It's deliberate because it's on Disney. You want to make it more like, no.
Yeah.
Epic.
Theme tune is crap. Let's hope the rest of the music isn't.
I was going to say, to be fair, I think the proper test is going to be what the first theme shoot is going to get for his. I know we've heard his theme. I mean, his opening title theme. If it's the same thing of God, I've heard this before, then I'm with you guys. I'm like, no, he shouldn't have come back.
Yeah, it just sounded when I listened to it, just sounded like a reuse, like a rejected Matt Smith theme.
Yeah,
like first or second try.
It's like there'll never be another Delia Derbyshire.
Yeah.
There'll never be another Peter Howe. There'll never be a Dominic Glynn. There'll never be a Kev McCulloch.
Yeah.
It's Murray Gold was okay in the beginning when he reinvented the theme tune.
They just need to find a decent composer.
Yeah.
There you go, number 3, mate. That's the 3rd time.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, with the theme music. I mean, even John, do you want to make it sound epic? Then you put the middle
Yeah.
8 first, like John Debney did. They said that made it sound
Yeah.
really epic.
Yeah.
That's what I always loved about TV movie theme. Everything sounded epic. And it's not hard to do. You just got to find the right composer.
I've actually heard epic fan Doctor Who theme tunes
Yeah.
over the years that are so much better.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've kidnapped the Doctor now.
Yeah, I love that. He's like, "Oh, hello, Sarah. I've come to save you." She's like, "Come on, get him."
Yeah. I wanted the grinder in the background to make it look like it's a futuristic prop.
Yeah.
It's just a grinder.
Yeah, and coming back to the theme tune, it's like wee patches they're using from the Delia Derbyshire and the Ooh Wee Oo, and it's not like like Peter Howell had to make that up from scratch in 1980.
And if you notice near the end, of it annoyed me because I put a bit of John Debney in. I'm like, this is not John Debney.
Yeah.
Put a little piano bit from John Debney's theme tune.
If they could just bring back Peter Howell, he's quite savvy with the keyboard. He could produce a good sound.
You've also got Mark Ayres still out there teaching.
Yeah,
bring Mark Ayres as well. Get them to make a modern electronic version.
Yeah, I think that's what it's needing. I think that Doctor Who looks a bit old, considering that what they've been using. They've been rehashing stuff from the 70s and all that. They've not put any modernization into it at all whatsoever. And science fiction kind of like synthy vibes and that, and I still think the 1980s is still quite modern for its time. That Starfield. But even though it's a wee bit kind of old, the kind of photographs and all that and stuff like that. But if they could make that through CGI, that they could make it in a way that it would impress the viewer.
Yeah.
I
know. It's a bit annoying. It's really annoying. This is why I said you just got to stay away from the Fifth Road Tavern because you can do something new. But then they brought They brought Russell T Davies back. Yeah.
And I'm not arguing about the logo coming back because the logo is quite good.
Yeah,
I like that logo, and compared to that, like it was like that kind of I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was terrible anyway. The Whittaker logo.
Oh,
it was just,
God,
yeah, it was bad.
Everything about it, even the grime kind of intro music, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
I don't like that as well.
Hey,
I thought it was like like a computer generated, kind of music. You know how you can actually make sounds through a computer. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't real composing.
No, it wasn't very. He only did it with very small. He did compositions with very small, very small orchestras anyway.
But
what's the point?
Even that, when I heard that theme tune and I was like the Madame Tussauds, it was giving me goosebumps, right enough.
Yeah.
But, no, it was giving me the chills hearing it. But,
yeah. And as I said with the one they did live for the intro music for the new intro, it sounds so different. The actual recorded version sounds different than the live one again.
Yeah.
They always make it sound so spectacular when they do it with like a live orchestra, but then when I actually hear it back on the actual show, it sounds terrible.
I think that's the problem and I think that's killing it because they're overdoing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's stuck in a lot of people's mind because they're expecting that.
Expect the choral, the choral middle eight and everything, and it doesn't happen,
And then when something new comes along, they think, "Oh, that's no good. That's no good at all."
Yeah. It's just a way of doing it. If you want to make epic, there's a way of making music sound epic. Rearrange them. That's what John Debney did.
And there's no way that Seikanaga Akinola could ever top Murray Gold for that.
No, that's the thing. But Murray was getting tired, wasn't he?
Yeah. I don't think he's going to do season 14. I think that it's just the 60th, the special.
No, he's carrying on, isn't he? He said he was going to do Shooty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did 15, didn't he? The music for.
Yeah, he's doing at
Doctor.
least the first series of Shooty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably going to be here for the long haul now. Is my.
But I got a little annoyed because, as I said with Murray, you had a protege, and your protege walked off before you did, in Ben Foster.
7
I
minutes
don't like
and
Ruby
26
Sunday's
seconds
theme
for me. JWC reviews.
Yeah, 7 minutes 36 for me.
Yeah.
I don't like Ruby Sunday's
I
theme.
haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, it's very kind of boring.
Yeah.
I don't know if that Russell's going to write some kind of emotion to it that's going to make it come alive. But I think it's very boring. But Shooties sounds very kind of 60s-ish.
It sounds a bit generic as well, I thought.
Yeah.
It's like it's the whole point of bring back Murray Gold is it's Murray Gold's sound, but you've got to do something new with it. If you do the old stuff that you've already done, it's just going to sound old again. I can understand using the old Time Lord theme, the old Dalek theme, that kind of stuff, because it's known, but you've got to take something new. I mean, I used to hate the way Murray Gold used to go on, oh, I hate the voice of the damn music. It's like your best piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this moment. They're sitting down, they're actually talking without like any immediate danger, and you can see Sarah's trying to get her head around who he actually is.
Yeah.
Because it's like inquisitiveness of her. She's like, no, I need to actually know who you are now a bit.
It's like the Doctor's loving every second of this because he knows that she's all new to all this all the time, traveling, everything like that, and you know, it's Sarah Jane when she first encountered the Doctor, she was like a fresh mind. And this is what was kind of the Doctor was looking for, rather than the kind of know-it-all Joe Grant.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the Doctor is all cheerful that he's about to go into battle here. Like,
It's like, what could possibly go wrong for the Doctor in this?
I think it's not the battle aspect. I think the Doctor always looks forward to showing off. And this is him being able to show off completely.
Yeah.
Because of the time period, whatever he does is going to be magic.
Yeah.
So he can just go for it.
It's my special smoking mixture. Yeah.
Oh, the names, they now start to call each other.
Yeah. They just start bickering.
Yeah, they're literally like an old married couple at this point now. Because look there, he's like, oh, you'll be my champion, and then you'll call him a name in the next scene.
Yeah. Go on, Doctor, use your special smoking thing. I thought you were going to give it to Jude Brown. So she could smoke. You're too stupid to shoot straight. The Doctor should have gone, ow!
Yeah. Have each bloke make a noise.
Oh.
It's quite interesting. You have an advanced alien as well here, and they're all acting very dumb.
Yeah.
And the doctor's just taking the pure pee out of them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just so like laissez-faire, isn't he? At this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sort of like, oh, I'll chuck it now, and I'll chuck that one, and I'll throw this one.
Sorry, old bin. I can only be here one season. I have to be Wurzel Gummidge next year.
He's just so casual about it. He's like scrolled up to Sarah Jane as well. Here's one for you. Whoop.
It's like, here you go, old girl. I won't have all the fun.
I mean, they're a bit weak, really. It was a few smoke bombs, like they ran off.
Yeah, well, the Doctor kind of realizes that because they're quite primitive. So he's having fun himself as well at the situation. But, you know,
So it looks like they're drinking Vimto to me. Like,
yeah. Great grape juice.
well, look at the colour of it. It's just like, yeah, that's Vimto.
Yeah.
probably
Use
just
grape
grape
juice.
juice
That's it.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
White
coloured
grape juice.
water.
Yeah. White grape juice for green for white wine and red grape juice for red wine. That's what we normally do.
That's what you see in the other dramas like that, and you think that they're drinking a glass of whiskey or something like that, and it's actually tea.
Yeah. Yes, they're drinking proper Scotch whiskey where they use proper tea. Not horrible American bourbon.
And even in Coronation Street, you can in the Rover's Return, they're all fake drinks. They're not real.
Yeah.
They don't have real drinks with the cast.
Yeah, it's completely inadvisable. Yeah.
And I don't think they're real cigarettes either. I think they're kind of something.
Herbal or something.
Yeah.
It's a normal one. Apart from Philip Glenister on Life on Mars, where they were all real cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's why he did the job.
I'll tell you what I love, because it's a BBC thing I've been. It's like a comedy I watch. It's finished now, called Ghosts on BBC.
Yeah.
And the
I've
gimmick
seen
is they're
about
all
that.
from back in time. And the one thing I love about it is the writers write the characters. They sound like they're from that time period. Like, if they're meant to be like one's like Victorian, I think she sounds like she's a Victorian. You've got a World War One captain. He sounds like he's from World War One.
Yeah,
And that's what I love about Classic Who. When you go back to these historicals, they all speak exactly right. There's no modern like things slipping into the speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because I watched Ghosts, and then I watched some of the American version of it, and that was the biggest thing that did my head in. None of them sounded like they were from their time periods. You
Yeah.
could tell a load of 20-somethings from current time had written the dialogue because it just stank of all the
Yeah.
modernisms.
Yeah. But they can use the excuse in Modern Who because the TARDIS translates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
but even I think even classic modern Who could still be good at times for that. But yeah, it was more guilty of slipping into. Yeah, somebody from Shakespeare's time wouldn't say that word.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like in the Fires of Pompeii that Donna goes up to the guy in the car and he's speaking kind of, is it Cockney or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there were some weird accents.
Weird accents.
Whereas everybody here sounds English. They've got the right terms and they
Yeah.
speak like they're from Middle Ages.
Yeah. So have it, Longshanks, and all that kind of talk. Yeah. There you go. I'll cut that.
Is there a second costume change?
Doctor hasn't changed his once.
No, but we never did.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Shooty's changing his costume right, left, and centre.
Every 5 minutes, yeah.
No, it's
I feel sorry for character options on this one. It's like, what the bloody hell are we going to put him in? Just make him naked.
You know what they'll do? They'll have like a set, like it would be the
Yeah.
the 15th Doctor set, and it'd be like 3 or 4 different costumes. They won't sell
Yeah.
just a single doll or an action figure
No.
of him.
Yeah.
But if they could have had something like he was trying on previous Doctor's costumes or something like that,
Yeah.
like I seen in that, and like he's trying on Tom Baker's costume and the scarf and that, and
Yeah.
you know, like I doubt RTD would do anything like that.
No.
Well, actually, in an interview, Shooty wanted to have a single costume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If any people didn't know, he actually spoke about it in one of his. I think it was. I don't know. It was Rolling Stones or Vanity. It was one of those two he did,
Yeah.
and he spoke about his costume. So
Yeah.
initially, he
1930s
had
countryman.
a very traditional, I would argue, a very doctor-like costume in mind, and it was the production team which talked him out of it. It was them who wanted him to have the multiple costumes.
yeah. I think Shooty wanted to have a John Pertwee-like costume. Like
Well,
the kind of
what would you
velvet
say
jacket.
was, PD? I showed you a picture, didn't I? What would you say it was?
1930s countryman, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bit preppy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very 1930s countryman, yeah.
I like his costume with the kind of brown leather jacket.
Yeah.
But I don't like that brown kind of checked and the brown checked trousers and that and the orange jumper.
Yeah.
I'm not keen on that.
That's not your sonic screwdriver now, Doctor.
Pentorch.
Yeah. Was the Doctor's original sonic screwdriver?
I think the next time you see it is in Monster Peladon.
Yeah. Garoon, Jaroon, Jaroon.
So what happened to his one that had like the red top?
That's not a sonic
don't know.
screwdriver. That's the second Doctor had that as a sonic screwdriver. That was a whole.
No, I thought Pertwee had one like that.
Yes, he
No.
did. He had one in I think it was the Sea
Devils, wasn't
Devils
it?
and the Three Doctors.
I think so. Because he had the one with the red belt on the top. That Tom
Yeah, that's
Baker
what
liked
I'm
this.
thinking of.
Yeah, but in the second Doctor, Sonic Screwdriver was a pen torch.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
very simple with Pat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that's not my Sonic Screwdriver, but it looks like it.
It looks a bit like a tissue compression eliminator that Lynx has got.
Yeah. I like the TARDIS that okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'm ready.
Yep.
Yep, in the chat say press 1, folk.
Can you just give me a second, actually, before you press 1? I need to check on something. Hang on.
There we go. Give me a second. I need to put a top on. It's getting very cold, a bit chilly here.
Yeah, TARDIS, but I agree. I think he needed a base. He needed a core costume, and then if they wanted him to have if then he wanted to have slight changes, because we had that with Tennant.
Yeah.
We had that with Matt. Like all the other New Who Doctors did slightly change their outfit up, but they had like a core look, and Shooter's
Yeah.
not got that at all.
Sorry about that. His head up in the. He got his paw caught in one of Cheryl's knitted blankets, and the thing about it is he was crying in there. So I knew if I didn't go in there, he was probably gonna bleed and bite the hand off her, even though he's trying to bleed and help. Like, he's a fucking lunatic. Anyway,
Yep. So
I'm ready.
when you're in, when we're all ready, I'll do countdown.
Yeah, do the countdown.
Okay,
I'm ready to go.
Yep. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Bong.
Final episode.
And we got Cinnamon Toast in the chat as well, who have been doing zombie streams with. I'm gonna do a bit of zombies tonight. If you're interested, let me know on the DMs.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, I cooked a space monkey, by the way. I had one of the traps, so I got that achievement. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. It's got to do with the game Space Monkey.
I was going to say, when you said achievement, I understood you.
Yeah, well, you'd know because you're a gamer. Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, talking of gaming, nothing related, but I'm going to get my Hogwarts Legacy in about 2 weeks. I'm very excited.
Cool.
Finally get to play the damn thing.
Yeah.
Waiting for 8 months.
I'm currently cutting up spaceships. I'm playing Hard Space Scavenger. Which is fun. Egalitarian twaddle.
So this pendant around the neck is actually the Doctor's TARDIS key.
Oh yeah, that's the weird
Oh,
one.
I didn't even
isn't it?
notice that,
This
yeah.
this is the odd one that was never merchandised.
Yeah. Then you got McCoy's one, which is really ornate.
defeated.
See, look at that. She's now. She can say. You can see now. She cares. She's actually starting to trust him.
Give him a pair of fucking glasses, will you? You mean to tell me you've got none in your TARDIS coat?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
He's not had time to go back.
What?
He's not had time to go back to his TARDIS.
Yeah, I know, yeah. You could have gave the chap a pair of fucking glasses, like.
Yeah.
I've got TARDIS time in the chat as well. It said it's nice to have classics on. Oh, who's on back? Missed it. Yeah, every Sunday now, 7 o'clock.
I love his voice. Because it's not anything really like Linked, but the idiots. They've established this now that the henchmen are idiots.
Oh, don't touch the food, Sarah Jane, or everybody think you work in the kitchen.
Trying to get wiped.
I love the fact that she's got a part now. Like before, she was literally just a bit part that was like there to serve the drinks, and now she has her own little plot with Sarah Jane.
Yeah. That was Sheila Fay.
My master toils in his workshop.
So, it's a Pertwee episode. Time for some swordplay. Time for him to have a bit of a duel.
Finucio Aikido move him.
Tries to keep the helmet on.
Yeah.
So yeah, just don't notice the blatant face bit you can see.
Yeah. I see his skin.
That hair must be full of fleas.
Yeah.
Oh, no, more probably than that, Super Doctor. Bit unsporting, old chap.
Norman Nenny.
I might give you a seizure. The wizard. Oh, God. Oh, fucking hell, man.
Pikemen, not horses.
Ooh, bit of your modern views showing, Sarah.
Feminist girl.
Bit of those troublesome modern views.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're so woke, Sarah Jane.
woke, Sarah Jane. Whoa.
She was pioneering the woke avatar for a time. Nah, was fine.
You are in the. Does Sarah Jane still think that they're in a.
I think, honestly, she comes across to me as she just can't help herself.
Yeah.
No.
She she says stuff and the brain doesn't stop it.
Yeah.
iPlayer is very good, Tardis. I've watched a couple now of Classic on it, and it's the conversion's really well done. It's not full screen because obviously they weren't filmed for that. Like, so you do have bars on either side, but otherwise, and it's just so much easier. Like we were saying at the top, you don't have to look for it. You just press the tab. They made it really clear the Doctor Who new section.
Yeah.
And no TARDIS, it's just the classic episodes. There's no adding of anything for modern Who. No, it's you press it on the screen, it comes up and it just plays the episode. And it even has the animations as well. So it's not just the classic episodes, it's all the animations they've done up till now. here we go, stormtrooper moments.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you lot said that guy was Boba Fett. It's like now it's a proper Star Wars moment.
Yeah.
I don't think she's off character.
No, she's perfect.
I think with Sarah Jane here, like I said, sometimes she almost seems to just forget she's back in time.
Yeah.
So it's like in her head, she's acting exactly as she would in her time, which is she'd say what she thinks. She wouldn't care.
No.
She'd go for it. So I just think that's fire we love about Sarah.
Well done, Sarah.
Chris, I think they said for the Blu-rays they're going to keep technically the Jodie logo.
Oh.
Because they started with that one, so they don't want to change it. They want it to all look uniform.
Well, it's not people that wasted our money on that trope. You know, I would have waited. You know, that's why you should wait to buy these so you can get the new logo. I mean, the diamond logo should have stayed on all classic.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been changed. Chibs, again, changed too much. Should have left it alone. The classic had its own logo, should have stuck with that, and that was the end of it.
It was the Paul McGann logo originally. That's because that was the last thing of the classics. So they always use the Tom Baker, like Peter Davison music, which was used by Tom Baker. I shall have a fag.
Hair's on fires. Who's the actress?
I said it earlier.
Yes, Speedy. I know you know. We're old enough to know. Who's the actress?
In the
people
chat.
in the UK should know.
There we go, JWC reviews. Julian Brown, who plays Dot Cotton.
Yes, she played Dot Cotton in EastEnders. Legend.
That's why I keep making cigarette jokes.
Probably the only time that we didn't see her with a cigarette in her hand.
Yeah. I literally saw like an old on UK TV Gold the other day. Saw an old episode of EastEnders, and when June picks up a cigarette, right, it's like half an inch of bloody ash hanging off of it.
Yeah.
Oh, like, Jesus Christ! You have to wait for that scene.
Well, she was 95 when she died.
Smoked like a chimney, so you know.
Yeah.
Nice one, Cinnamon. Mutate lungs. To be shot.
Yeah, and I've got an image of the Brigadier being like, where's everybody gone? And all of a sudden these scientists start appearing.
And those troops just start shooting him dead.
And he's like, no, stop. Ben, the doctor's obviously to do with this.
Yeah.
And there's Link's being like, well, I gave you an out. Now you're all going to die.
Yeah. Oh,
I warned you.
Super Doctor. Yeah. He's a toad now.
So, mate, did you not realise that's not a normal, like, I'm tired sleep? That's, I've been knocked out by something.
Yeah. That wasn't stew. That was laxative. That's why you feel heavy. Oh dear.
It was always going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Now, perfect shot time.
Oops.
You got a timestamp?
Uh,
Right near the end.
2309.
Yeah.
All right.
That explosion looked fake as fuck, man.
Yeah.
That was
You can tell the
awful.
episodes they had money for explosions and the ones they didn't.
Yeah.
Like you could tell this one was purposely a very less special effects heavy one.
Yeah. Well, it looks fine for me because I'm not the updated special effects on mine.
The way the swords hit the ground, you can tell that they're wooden.
Yeah. Some are actually aluminium
Yeah.
as well. Stunt ones are.
And there we go. So Tennis Spider gives it a 9 out of 10. I'd have to agree with that. Decent
Yeah.
story, I have to say. It's very it keeps you interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do love it because, you know, I think Sarah Jane goes through the whole episode, the whole story, thinking that she's still at a theme park.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of
Yeah.
lines in there where she almost forgets where, as Queen Charlotte says, she almost forgets where she is, or her brain, you know, she doesn't think before she actually speaks. But yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, medieval castle. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah.
No, seriously. And of course, you know, important milestones in this story. Obviously, we hear Gallifrey for the first time. And of course, we had Sarah Jane doing our bit of feminism back in the 70s. Yeah. Doctor Who was woke back then.
But no, there wasn't strong female characters in Classic Who.
Oh no,
I know. That's why I'm joking.
I believe Twitter.
But if you were living on, if you were living on Twitter, you'd believe that they never cast any strong women in Doctor Who. I didn't cast anybody for that matter that that they all pander to. But yeah, look, good story to start off with. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So that's me. I'm going to hand you over now to the Queen.
Yeah, this is what Doctor Who doing what it does best for me, especially classic. That it's that medieval, it's that history, and it takes its time to, with all the historical characters from Iron, from the captain to his like cronies, you sort of get to know them a bit, and like every part has the little moment which I love. The locations, I love with the castle and the forest and all that. So it does make me think of, like I said, that time of Robin Hood when BBC and the like would make a lot of these type of movies or TV shows. And I think the standout thing is obviously Sarah Jane and the Doctor here, because she's so untrusting of him and so sort of unsure. And I love that. It's such a good I think it's a good contrast as well to Jo, because when Jo came in, she didn't really challenge the Doctor a lot. She sort of knew her place almost in the setup of Unit. And
I think she challenges him at the beginning. I think she challenges him at the beginning, because when he does ignore and kind of dismisses her, she goes out of her way to make sure that he recognizes her. So I mean, it's not
her
that
personality isn't like that. I think that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, Jo, let's be honest. Jo was also, she was different in terms like, she was very women's lib, but she understood, as you said, she knew the role, and she did play the role. But remember, there are a few times, Jordan, when Joe and the doctor are together, Joe goes off and does her own thing to prove a point to the doctor. You know what I mean? So,
I've always seen Jo as her natural demeanour is a little softer, is a little bit more sort of affectionate, whereas Sarah, she's a bit more in your face. She's a bit more, no, I will tell you what I think. Whereas I think Joe's natural personality and demeanour is a bit more, like I said, that sort of being there for the team and being there for everybody, whereas Sarah's a lot more independent. And I can't help but think that they did that on purpose, that they wanted Sarah to be a contrast a little bit. And you see it here, like the way she speaks to the historical characters, the way she's with the Doctor. So yeah, the only thing I could really knock it for is there's little moments with some of the plot and some of the characters where you think this is a little bit, it's happened because the plot says it had to happen.
yeah.
Where you go like, yeah, I get it, but it's a little bit stretching it. Like I said, how did they not notice the Doctor was in that suit? It was you could see his eyes through the visor. Yeah. You could see the neck was human. Like, the fact that they kept capturing him and letting him go almost. So it's, like I said, it's not a massive sin. It's just there because that's what happens sometimes in telewriting. So I'd give it a 9, purely to knock off for those little contrivances.
I think you're fair. I think no, it's fair. I agree with you with the little issues there, and even the whole smoke bombs and stuff like that. That was a bit, and them running after the Doctor around the courtyard was a bit silly. But other than that, I mean, the rest of the story, not fault, and the actors. We'll go with PD Rich because Real Super Doctor he's been having issues all night. But what would you give it out of 10, mate?
I'd give it a 9 as well. I thought it was a very good episode for its time, but there were just a few little glitches and things you could just notice, like the aluminium swords, the kind of the set. Some of the parts of the set didn't look right. But you have to remember, back in the day on our old early color TVs, you wouldn't have seen it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But it was a solid episode. I always said that about this one, and it was fun to see Boba Fett and Doc Cotton in it.
Fantastic. Right, we'll just wait and hopefully Real Super Doctor can come back so he can tell us what he's going to give it out of 10. In the meantime, he has actually picked next week's story. So we'll let him announce that when he comes back. It's in the private chat there, but we'll let him, because I am not going to try to pronounce that because I can never pronounce it properly. And I sound like a bloody idiot when I try and pronounce it. So I'm not even going to pronounce the story. So I'll let Real Super Doctor do it. If he does come back, there is, of course. If not, I'm just going to get one of these two to do it because, I'm not going to embarrass myself. Anyway, with that said, JWC Reviews has also left. He says 9 out of 10 is about right. It's great, but a few stories are 10 out of 10s. Maybe Pyramids. Yeah, I do agree with Pyramids, actually. I do love that story. It's one of my favorites, actually. Ground up as a kid. I still have that on, believe it or not, we burned that onto a DVD. I still have that original burnt DVD with all the classic ads on it as well. It's fucking great because it was on UK TV Gold. So the rerun. So I actually have it burned onto a DVD and I still have it. I haven't gotten rid of it. And it's got that story on it. That's the reason why I kept it. It's one of my favorites. Now, I obviously have it on DVD now, but at the time, and I wouldn't get rid of it either, There's a couple of movies that I have burnt onto DVDs that I'd never get rid of, and TV shows that I enjoy as well. I can actually be really saying that because it's illegal, apparently. But wait, Disney... all the other companies fucking up, No.
You have it on DVD. You have the legitimate copy on DVD as well, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't really give a fuck. If I didn't, fuck you, Joe. Who gives a fuck? Let them do what they want to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you having a worse copy. It's like
right. I don't know where Real Super Doctor is. I'm pretty sure because it's firework night, he's having some technical difficulties. I'm assuming he'll put like he always does when he doesn't come back, because sometimes he doesn't come back at all because like the internet is so bad where he is. He'll give his rating in the comment section probably later on.
Yeah.
In the obviously the comment section on YouTube. But guys, do you want to announce next week's? I'll let one of you who can pronounce this fucking.
It's another word for dialogue. Do you want to finish it off, Queen Charlotte?
Well, it's Tom Baker, so we're doing a Tom, and it's
See, you're like me. You can't do it. It's a complete awful bleeding episode to name, right? PD, don't be fucking taking the piss. You know it. Call it out.
Logopolis, because it's
I can't do it.
It's dialogue. Dialogue.
Right.
Dialogue.
So that's the story he's picked.
Yeah.
So
get Logopolis out.
Right, yeah.
It's Tom's Swan Song regeneration story.
Tom's last one. That's what it is in my head.
Oh no, here he is. Here he is. Right, let him give his rating real quickly, and then we can leave before he goes again. So here he is, real super doctor.
Yeah.
What do you give it out of 10?
I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's easily one of my favourites. Introduces Sarah Jane Smith very well on that.
Yeah.
The doctor tests her straight away, and you know it's like they're trying each other out, and you know I would think it would be a good start to a companion doctor and companion relationship for the general audience, and you know, it's one of the things. It's Elizabeth Sladen's very first appearance in Doctor Who, and it marks the beginning of her time as a companion. I think that the story does work well with her as well. That she's of a modern day age, and she thinks it's all a kind of joke, just going back in time and all that, and the way she kind of reacts to the Tardis, it's still a police box, you know, and she's not really kind of phased by it as like some of the companions, like the bigger in the inside and it is in the outside, and like they're kind of pondering on that. She kind of just throws herself right into it and that, and with her views and her views of women's liberation and all that and stuff like that. It's just that she's very much of her time in the 70s girl, that after Jo Grant, Jo was the kind of she was supposed to be the kind of smart one, and then her first encounter with the Doctor, it wasn't as good as Sarah Jane's. Sarah Jane's like kind of sails right in there and all that, and Doctor's testing her out, she's testing the Doctor out, and that. It's a good episode for us. I like the kind of cheesiness of it, and I like the kind of the seriousness as well with the Sontaran and that, and the mention of the Doctor's planet and that, and we get a hint in that, and the Sontaran being the first alien to kind of identify the Doctor's people and that, and that's quite an interesting standing point that no other alien has said that, even back in the past. It's a Robert Holmes story. Robert Holmes was a great writer, and he's wrote quite a lot of good stuff for Doctor Who, and this is one of his episodes that it gives the Doctor a lot to do and the companion a lot to do in that, and I like the fact that it just transported you back to the medieval stuff and that, and you had the Sontaran here, and how primitive they were compared to the Sontaran and all that, trying to work together and trying to kind of, you know, it's one of these episodes that you can look at and you can laugh at and you can joke about it, but I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we've already announced your story for next week.
Yeah.
As I said, guys, I'll leave it with you. You can let me know backstage. Won't put you on the spot, but whoever wants to come and join me on Sundays is more than welcome to do so. There's no obligation or pressure to do so. If you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. As I said, there is no pressure because some of you do stream on the channel already. So you can let me know. But in the meantime, we will wrap it up there, folks. Listen, we've had probably our biggest audience in a good few months, which has probably made me realise that I probably shouldn't have been too hasty with Classic Who, but at the end of the day, I was annoyed, I was pissed off and angry, you know, and I actually did really enjoy the story. I had a smile on my face, which is unusual because I usually am very serious when I'm watching Classic Who, you know, but I really did enjoy it. So I look forward to next week. So you can come and join me if you want to in the chat next week, 7 o'clock, same time again. For now, I'll hand you over to the panel to do their usual channel shout outs, and then we will leave it there. And thank you, JWC Reviews. I absolutely appreciate that, and I'm glad that there is a lot of people watching, and you are glad that it's back. So I've done something right for a change. It's been a while since I've done something right, I suppose. But there you go. It's back. And I really enjoyed it. So we'll be back next week. So I'll hand you over to Queen Charlotte, who's going to tell you where she's going to be and what they have coming up on Dan's channel. So go ahead there.
So I think there's a Monday stream tomorrow night, doing our usual sort of catching some of the news stories, because it's sort of gone ballistic now. So we'll probably just catch some of the stories we couldn't talk about last week. And then on Thursday, we have our main show. So I think we probably get some pictures of Shooty looking like an idiot because he's been doing some filming. We'll talk about some of the other big news that's probably been breaking next week, well, after we talk. And so you'll catch me Mondays and Thursdays. And you'll catch Dan. Make sure at the moment, he's been doing just little 20-minute videos by himself, just to also make sure he covers what he can. So
he should be doing more of that. I said it to him the last time as well, though. I'd like to see Dan do individual streams as well, because like it's you know yourself, because you've been here and you've been over there, you know, as a host, it's kind of very hard to get your opinions out all the time when you want to give everybody an opportunity to kind of get theirs out. So yeah, I'd like to see more Dan's 20. He used to do it, I remember, and then he took a bit of a break and stuff like that. Would be nice, because the 20-minute videos would be great.
The idea is it's just stories which has really caught his eye, and little things that he just wants to really talk about. So
yeah,
there's going to be
which is good. He should.
Yeah, there'll be live streams. He's going to carry on with the podcasts. We did a review of the Demons last week, so there'll be more reviews coming out. So catch me on Type 40 across the week.
Thank you, Queen Charlotte. And we hand you. Oh yeah, and don't forget. Also, might as well give a plug there. Probably my fault that she didn't, because I distracted her. But don't forget to check out Daniel's channel as well, Scottish Star vs. Friends Wrestle with Popcorn.
And he's a little bit under the weather at the moment, so that's why we didn't do the Q&A, but we will reschedule it when he's a bit better. That's why we did.
And apparently, as well, here's a development for you all as well. Apparently, he's going to watch the 60th anniversary now. If Charlotte, what was it? There was something he said.
If I listen to some Big Finish.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, Charlotte has to listen to some Big Finish. And if Charlotte listens to some Big Finish, apparently he's going to watch the 60th anniversary. Daniel, oh man, I would just love to be a fly on the wall the night he watches that. To be quite
I love the fact that now there's two people that rely on what I do to watch the 60th.
Well, to be quite honest with you, though, you know, as I said, when we do these classic ones, you see things that maybe the rest of us don't see and stuff, and I think people take because you're very balanced with your view, and you will call shit out, but you'll also say, well, but look, there's positives as well, and this is why it actually does work or it doesn't work, and so that's why I think. But we will see anyway. The jury is still out for me anyway. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's move on to PD Rich, who's going to do a few shout outs as well.
Okay, you can normally find me in the chat on Rabbi's channel every once in a while. Also support our friends Jack, Drawing Jack Rapid, the Gobster, who's still running his primary channel now, but he's too busy to run the rest of
Oh, yeah. I have something to say on the Gobster, actually. So he told everybody that he got a promotion. We were all delighted for him. But he had a meeting, and after the meeting, he decided that he was going to leave the company. So they wanted him. He's obviously, disgusted. But they wanted him to censor what he says online. And to be quite honest with you, he had a choice to make, and he chose to, leave his job because he wasn't going to be dictated. I think it's brave, especially someone who has given up. See, but this is what happens the other side do. They make it difficult for you, and they make you make difficult choices. Now, some people, unlike Gobby, would keep their jobs and keep their head down and just fucking try keep their nose clean and not get involved. But it just goes to show the measure of the man, that he's willing to give his career up because he believes in free speech. So I have to say a big, huge well done to Gobby, because I tell you, he's been through the shitstorm this last year, and fucking then this happens. But do you know what? Fair play to him. He stood by his principles, and he has principles, and I love it. And I love anybody that does do that, because it should be fucking, called out. It is brave what he's done. And hopefully he gets himself back on his feet, and he gets hopefully a company that appreciates the type of man that he is, that he's a man of principles, and he's not going to back down for nobody. So well done, Gobby. I just want to give you a shout out there, because fair fucking play to you, mate. But go ahead, PD. Sorry for interrupting you there. I just have to say
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Amazing.
I don't blame him. Each to your own, mate. And they're going to tell you what to do. You do in your own time, in your own space. And I tell them to go take a short walk off a long walk.
That's it, man. He was fair play to Gobby, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. They'd keep silent to keep their jobs. But this is what these people do to you. They put you in an awkward position.
And it's all coming out now, isn't it? With certain people. And
we're seeing the true nature of these people now.
Yeah. So when they come out, they'll lose in the end. That's the problem.
Anyway, go on, do the rest of your shout out so we can get the real super doctor.
Anyway, as I said, Rabbi's channel, Gobby's channel, Jack's channel when I can find it, and our good friend Cinnamon Toast Crunch has been supporting Noel.
Yeah, and he's been streaming with me as well, and we've been doing playing games off stream as well. And I will be over on that other channel. I'm just warming up my soup because it's absolutely freezing, and I need to heat up my body. So I'm going to have some lovely chicken soup, homemade. I made it myself. So looking forward to that. Real Super Doctor.
Hello. You can find me on Twitter under Real Super John. I've changed my name again.
He keeps changing his name.
I should change it.
I tried to find him on X today, right? I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, he's changed his name. But then you put in Real. So anybody that's on X, to find John, just put Real in. And if you follow him, it comes up straight away. Though.
Yeah, the link I put in there will work.
You can also find me on YouTube under Real Super Doctor.
We'll put it again.
Fantastic.
I hope they still work. I haven't used these in like a year.
Yeah. Anyway, that's us done for tonight. Again, to everybody that joined us, really appreciate it. Noel, is it chicken pieces or some roast chicken? I knew you were gonna ask. No, do you know what? For someone that used to eat roast chicken all the time, right? I haven't had, since she started getting this Hello Fresh, I haven't had roast chicken since then. So how long am I on the Hello Fresh thing? I don't know now. I've lost count how long I'm on it. But yeah, I haven't. I miss me roast chicken. But his Christmas is coming up now, so I'm gonna have me turkey. But the thing about it is that I kind of say, well, I've been good all year. I've lost weight, right? I'm looking a lot better weight wise. And then now Christmas is coming up, and I'm afraid, but you know, being eating smaller meals, I don't think I'll actually have a big Christmas dinner this year. I think it's actually going to be a small Christmas dinner. We don't even know what we're doing for Christmas right now. Because there's a lot
Too
of stuff
early yet to know that.
But anyway, I'll leave it there for now. We will all talk to you again next week. For anybody that follows me on my gaming channel, I will be on over there tonight. And I was on the Manchester United channel over the weekend. We won. Yay! So bit of a happy end to the weekend, considering I've had probably the worst 2 weeks of my life. But like, we won't get into that. But thank you everybody that has joined me. I really do appreciate it. And we'll talk to you for the next one. But don't forget to like, share as well, please, so we can let people know that we're back doing Classic Who at least. And we will talk to you for the next one. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thank you.